If you want your makeup to last all day, trust Tamara, okay? Trust me. Hello my loves, Tamara here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you guys my updated makeup routine. You guys have been asking for it, so it's finally here. But this is the look, y'all. It is just on point every single time. Now, the last updated routine I dropped on my channel was probably 2.5 years ago. It is the most viewed video on my channel. I believe it's sitting at 2 million views right now. Girl, get into it, okay? Get into it. I wanted to give you guys an updated makeup routine because although my technique has stayed the same and I've been consistent with it, I've switched out some products, you know, I've added in different little things here and there, but I like to call this an everyday makeup look. Now, when I say everyday, listen to me, every day because it's neutral. I'm not necessarily saying that you got to do your makeup every day, but this is something that is very subtle. You can pop off the lashes. You ain't got to do all of this, but I just love my routine, okay? I just love my routine. And I also like to help and teach you guys how to do your own makeup, okay? So there is some talking in this video. For those that don't like the talking, I mean, you can just mute it, skip through, or just probably look in the description box to get the products. I don't know, okay? I don't know, but this is for the girlies that wanted an updated makeup routine and just to see what products I've been using. And, you know, if you want to elevate your routine, then get into it, you know what I'm saying? But as always, I will have everything down in the description box below. It'll be listed and linked. So if you're interested in seeing this updated routine, then keep on watching. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another video today. We're gonna get into my updated makeup routine. But yes, my technique has stayed the same over the years, but we did change out some products, added different little steps or whatever, but the technique is the same, okay? So I am a full coverage type of girl. I love me some full coverage. There's no in between. If you don't like that, I'm so sorry. But I'm showing you guys how I do my makeup, what I use, and how I achieve the look I achieve. Throughout this video, I will let you guys know obviously what products I'm using and what brushes I'm using. And I'll also list somewhere on the screen an alternative product that I would use that is heavy in the rotation. I'm just gonna use what I want to use for today, okay? So I like to start off with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum. This is in the shade Main Squeeze. It is absolutely amazing. I also have Juice Boost and I alternate between the two. So it doesn't matter what shade, you can use any. And it doesn't matter what your complexion is either. So just put that on. I think I probably put too much on the forehead. All right, so now that I've allowed the serum to set into the skin, I'm gonna lock it and seal it in with my absolute favorite. This is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. You can use the Danessa Myricks as a primer and just continue on. You can use this alone and continue, but I like to layer the two. Sometimes I'll use my Milk Makeup primer. I just grab whichever one I'm feeling, but I do have dry skin, so this combination, these two, they work really well together. And then whatever is remaining, I will just put that on my forehead. And notice that I did not put any primer on my nose. There's a reason, and we'll get to that afterwards, but this is the combo for now. So my skin is like ready to go for foundation, but this is what I like to do. Now, in the meantime, we'll move on to eyebrows. I like to start off with patting my eyebrows down with some loose powder, and this is the Laura Mercier, you know, the OG loose powder in the shade Medium Deep. I could use honey, but it's too light, but this shade right here is the absolute best. To apply this on my eyebrows, I'll be using the Real Techniques 402 brush. I know it comes in like a pink color, but this one is like a, I don't know, corally orange color, which I think is pretty cute. Got it off of Amazon. So I'm just taking the brush into the powder here and I'm just patting it over my eyebrows. We want to get rid of all the oils up in this area because I do not like a shiny eyebrow. And the eyebrow pencil that I love to use to do my brows is the Benefit Cosmetics pencil. This is in the shade number 4. It's the only product that I use. I've been using it for years. It gets the job done. I don't need to switch up. I've been loyal with this product, but I do have a dedicated like full tutorial on my eyebrows and the link below to the video so you guys can go check it out. So just taking the spoolie end and just brushing through the hairs. I should probably zoom y'all closer. Come here. And now to clean up the eyebrows, because I know they look funny, but I like to go in with my Too Faced concealer. This is in the shade Chai. And to clean up, I like to use this old Morphe brush. I believe these brushes from Morphe are discontinued, unfortunately. But this is number M421. It's a flat round-headed brush and it just creates the right shape under my brows. So I like to clean both the top and bottom. I like to use a shade like this closer to my complexion. You can miss me with that halo look. I don't like it, don't want it. I know my eyebrows before were a bit lighter, but this looks so much better and so natural. So I like to just pick up a little bit of product onto the brush. And this part is crucial, so I gotta like concentrate. I have my good and blah days, and today is giving a blah day when it comes to the brows, but I'm not going to worry too much about it because yeah. But to buff everything out, this is a brush from Morphe, one of Morphe's new brushes from their latest collection. It's a concealer brush. This is M133, and it's really good. So I'm just gonna buff the concealer right in the areas where I need it to blend into my skin, just to get rid of that harsh line. And do you see why I go in with this shade of concealer rather than going in with something too light? Because no. And then of course to separate. I have my brow technique. I've been doing this for years. It works. So I know some people were a bit worried about the look of the brows in the other video, but it's just like you saw the finished look at the beginning. So trust the process. Alrighty, so eyebrows are done. Moving along, I like to go in with this Oil Sucker Primer from One Size. It is very drying. I like to apply just a little bit on my nose. So that's why earlier I did not go in with any of the hydrating products on my nose, because it will produce more oils on my skin, especially in like the nose area. So you gotta shake this up, and I like to apply just a little bit. And I'm gonna show y'all. Me saying I'm gonna show y'all and then this happens. Let me wipe this because that's too much. You guys see my fingertip right here? That small amount, and I place this on my nose only. It'll just help to minimize the shine, that's all. But if you do have oily skin, this is a really good primer to use, and just apply just a little bit in the areas where you produce a lot of oils, and girl, this will get you right. So I know it feels like we're all over the place, but going back in with the shade Chai, this concealer, I like to apply this on my eyelids, and this is to cancel out the dark circles. And I'm gonna let that sit there, because the longer you allow your concealer to sit, the better to blend out. You get better full coverage. Now I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I absolutely love Haus Labs. I love this foundation so much. I'm using the shade 460, and I like to use this Morphe foundation brush M104. So I just go in with 2 pumps on the brush, and this will distribute all over the face. And it's the perfect amount too. Now, I've been avoiding applying foundation directly under my under eyes, because that will cause extra creasing, because we will be going in with concealer. So you want less product in that area to prevent creasing. If you are a creaser, I mean, we all crease, but I mean, less product, the better. Using the same brushes we used earlier for the eyebrows, just gonna use that same brush to blend out the concealer on my eyelids. And then I'm gonna go back in with the Laura Mercier in medium deep to set. And just like that, the eyes are pretty much done. This is the time where I would apply eyeshadow, but I'm not applying any eyeshadow today. You guys can watch other videos on my channel to get some ideas of eyeshadow looks, but I want to keep this look for today very simple and neutral as possible. I will go in with some bronzer a little later, but moving on. Cream bronzing. This is from NARS in the shade 04. I love me some cream bronzer. I love bronzing up my face. I prefer bronzing over contour. Contour is on the cooler side to give you a chiseled look, and bronzer is to warm your face up to give you that, you know, sun-kissed type of glow. Makes it look like you got a tan, you know? So shade number 4. This is the Makeup by Mario F4 dual brush. I'm using the smaller end, and I'm just going to press that in just a little, not too much. And I'm just gonna place it in these areas. Now, this step is definitely optional. You can skip cream bronzing and just go right into your concealer. But if you want longevity, adding creams and liquids to the routine will definitely help your makeup to last all day. Now, without dipping back into the product, whatever is remaining on the brush, I'm just gonna apply that on the jawline. The shade is perfect, very, you know, subtle, but it does what it needs to do. Alrighty, moving along, concealer time. I do have a handful of concealers that I like to alternate between, but today's combo is going to be Milk Makeup Concealer. This is so good, so hydrating, and just everything. And another Too Faced concealer, but this is in the shade Chestnut. Now, placement is key, okay? I need you guys to understand that placement is key. Now, with my concealer for my under eyes, I don't go in with a super duper bright concealer anymore, because I can achieve that with powder. So this is number shade, but this is in the shade 21W, and this is a bit lighter than Chestnut, but you guys can see how it looks. I don't know if it's picking up too bright on camera, but y'all will see when these two colors blend in together. But as you can see, I'm applying this right in the inner corner area here. And I'm not applying this on the forehead. Anyways, so now with Chestnut, I like to apply this around it. Bring it in. Do the same thing on the other side. Get more if you need. And this is the shade I'll apply on the forehead, so it's not too bright and cause too much drama on the forehead. So that's it with the concealers. I love mixing my concealers because they do get the job done. Now, while I allow this concealer to dry down, I'm gonna go in with cream blush, okay? Once upon a time, I was not a blush girly, but over the years, I've been loving blush, specifically cream liquid blushes. But again, if you want longevity with your makeup, it's good to layer with your creams and then the powders. So here I have two Juvia's Place blushes. I have the shade Terracotta and Wild Rose. And going back in with the Makeup by Mario brush, I'm using the bigger side, and I'm gonna dip this into Terracotta. And this is very pigmented, so you don't want to go too much like overboard, but just a little bit. And I like to apply my blush first, then I blend out my concealer. That combination just looks so good and it works best. So just taking a little and applying that here. And now going in with Wild Rose using the same brush. This color, just to add a bit of lightness to it. I mean, I really didn't have to, but yeah. And I love this brush from Makeup by Mario. It is the absolute best, okay? It is the best. So to blend out the concealer, you guys, this Haus Labs concealer brush is the absolute best. If you are not new here, you've been watching my makeup tutorials, you will see I'm always grabbing this silver brush, and it's from Haus Labs. It's the concealer brush and it is so good. I used to like using my sponge to blend out, but now I love the brush more. Like, it just does something to me, okay? It does something to me, and the way it just blends out the concealer is amazing. So I just wanted to point this out from now because I'm still waiting on this to dry down, the concealer, but let me continue buffing the blush out. So yeah, this is what we are looking like so far. Okay, really quickly before I blend out, the powder that I'll be using to set the concealed areas is Honey from Laura Mercier. And I like to use a brush to apply the powder. I just find it helps to prevent creasing. Usually a damp beauty sponge would be my go-to, but I find that the water on the sponge, even though it's damp, and my dry skin, it creates a weird feeling, like a drying feeling under the eyes, and then that's when creasing happens for me. So I find that using this brush, any type of fluffy brush with the powder, really helps to set, and then I go in with a puff and do all those things. So this brush is from the Ariel and Morphe collab, and it is the A14. I know she looks dirty right here, but I mean, she's like mixed up with all my other brushes, but yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get the powder ready to go, because I have to blend this out and set immediately because I will crease. Also, you guys, listen, I don't hear enough of y'all talk about the Sephora Beauty Puff, but this is the best puff out there. Like, all my Amazon puffs, they're over there. You need to go and get yourself the Sephora one because it is just amazing, okay? It is amazing, but you guys will see. Anyway, so let's go ahead and blend this out. Starting off with the forehead, less product, the better. Just buff this out. And then I'm gonna do my nose. I do want to mention that blending is key, so there will be a lot of back and forth. So using the same brush that I used to apply the cream blush, not dipping it into anything, but the remaining product on the brush, I'm just going to buff the blush and the concealer together. So we got rid of that harsh line. And as for the concealer, this is as light as I'm going with concealer these days, guys. I don't need to go any lighter than this because powder will get the job done. And one thing I really like about using a brush to blend out, I can like take my time, do one eye at a time. Before, when I was using a sponge, I would have to like quickly move to blend everything out, and then I would use that same damp sponge into the loose powder to set. But I don't do that anymore. Like, brushes have really become my best friends. Make sure you take the time to blend, y'all. Blend, blend, blend. Back with the blush brush. And y'all see what I'm talking about? Okay. You guys see what I'm talking about? And if you want to, like if you get carried away with the forehead concealer, go in with your foundation brush. Not using any extra foundation, but what's remaining on the brush. And this will help to buff the bronzer and the concealer together. Because we do not want any harsh lines at all. A lot going on here, but like I said, brush into powder. Tap that off. Make sure to look up when doing this step. You don't want to look down. Make sure you're looking up. Blend out that concealer one more time. Still looking up. Using the brush with the powder to set. And that's how I set my under eyes. No creasing. Same thing with the other eye. And once you get that first layer of powder, then you can look down. Now going in with the puff, dipping it into my Laura Mercier powder. So we have this amount of powder on the back. We're going to rub it on the back of our hands to even it out. And now I'm going to press this same powder under my eyes and anywhere that I've applied concealer. So in a way, I'm not really baking, but I'm applying more powder and pressing it into the concealer. And again, if you do not have this puff from Sephora, you need to run and get her, okay? And don't neglect the corners of your nose either. I know I look crazy. Trust the process. And then what's remaining on the puff, I put that on the forehead. To set my bronzer, I have been loving the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I use the shade number 310, and it is the perfect shade, the perfect undertone of a bronzer that I need. It might look lighter on camera, but trust me, it's perfect. So to apply this, I like to use this Sephora 93 brush. It is actually a blush brush, but I apply it I use it to apply my bronzer. So everywhere we applied the cream bronzer, we apply this on top to set. Now, to set my face and to calm this all down, I'll be going in with MAC Studio Fix powder foundation. This is in the shade NW45. This is the old formula, you guys. I have not tried the new one. Don't think I will. I'm just not, okay? I still have a good amount left in here, so I'll continue to use this. But to apply this powder, I'll be using another brush from Morphe from the new collection. This is number M162. So I'm gonna just dab that in here and place this all over my face. And you can already see the difference. Now, I like to go in with this small flat dome style brush. This is from Japanesque. If you're, again, not new here, I've been holding on to this bad boy for a very long time, but this is number 718, and I like to press it into the powder here. And this helps me to get in the tighter areas. So right on the side of my nose. So this helps to blend any harsh lines between the powder and my nose bridge. And it also serves as a contour bronzer. So there's that. Okay, moving on to blush. Oh my gosh, y'all. Say Beauty. They have the most beautiful blushes, but the shade Chow, this right here is my go-to, Chow. And I'm actually going to top it today with a Haus Labs blush. This is in the shade French Rosette. So I like to apply Say first. So I'm gonna just pop this open. To apply the blush, I'll be using a Sephora blush brush 96, nice and fluffy. Now, this is a very faint type of color, so you do have to keep going back and forth to add and apply and build that color up on the cheeks. But if I could be a blush shade, I would be Chow. And you guys can see the difference, right? I know with the liquid cream blushes, it kind of seems a little excessive and just like, you know, a little too much, because believe me, at first I did believe so. I thought I didn't need it. But if you notice, when you go in with setting spray and you don't use any cream liquid blushes and you just go in with a powder blush and you apply your setting spray, do you notice that your blush kind of like fades? When you use cream or liquid blushes and then apply your powder blush on top and then you set with setting spray, that doesn't happen, okay? It doesn't happen. So it really is, it does seem like a lot, but trust me, it's there for a reason. I mean, it's not something you have to do, but if you want your makeup to last all day, trust Tamara, okay? Trust me. Like, do you see how this blush just sits? Come closer. But do you guys see how this blush is oh my goodness. I love this blush so much. I mean, I could just leave it like this. I don't, should I go in with French Rosette? Okay, we'll just do it a little bit. Look. That's it. Dust that off, one cheek at a time. Did it make a difference, child? I don't know. A little more. But do you guys see that? Girl. Now, I totally forgot to do this, but going in with an eyeshadow brush, this is my infamous Morphe M421 brush, dipping it into the bronzer, and I'm just going to apply just a tad bit of this in my crease. And that's it. Okay, that's it. I think I do want to go back in with a little bit more of this face powder. And even though I applied my loose powder in the highlighted areas, I still like to go in with my powder on top of everything else, because this will help to blend, merge everything together, get rid of any harsh lines, just have the face looking completely flawless. Like, yeah. Alrighty, now I'm gonna go in with setting spray. It's time to set the face. We're almost finished. Today's combination is going to be the milk makeup. This is the Hydro Grip Set and Refresh setting spray. So good. And then to seal everything in, I like to go in with the One Size on Till Dawn setting spray. Your makeup will not move with this, okay? So this is gonna help to melt the makeup together. Very nice. If I'm not using this, I definitely go in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. That is still my baby, but I also love this. And if I'm not using the One Size, I like to use the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Setting Spray. It's like a dupe of this one. Like, they get the job done. And another setting spray I like to use is from Fenty. So it'll either be this, Morphe, or Fenty. Sometimes I go in with all. Like, sometimes I'm just extra with it, but yeah, girl. Anyways, shake this up. We always got to do a test spray to make sure it's a nice mist type of spray. We don't want it spitting because we don't want the makeup to, you know, get ruined. Like, have my fan ready. This is from Amazon. And now One Size. So I love me a nice bright under eye. Love me a nice bright under eye, but it needs to make sense and it needs to complement you. And you want to make sure that you are doing the right steps underneath to prevent that harsh, extreme flashback, especially if you're going to be taking pictures at night with flash. You don't want your under eyes to look crazy. Now, to achieve this bright under eye effect, I like to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury finish. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. That seemed like I said it wrong. But anyway, this one right here. I have the shade number 2 medium, and she's light, okay? She's light, but trust me. Now, I like to do this step after I go in with my setting sprays and stuff. I don't like to do this before. I like to do it after. It just gives you that flawless baby doll airbrush type of look. You will be walking around looking like a filter, okay? So I like to do this step after. You can do it before. You can do both, like going with this on top of the setting spray, sorry, the loose powder, then setting spray, and then going with this again. It's up to you, but I like to do it after. So going in with the same puff that we used earlier, I'm just dabbing it in. Want to get an even layer. And I'm only applying this under my eyes. So I'm just pressing that in. Do you guys see how this side is like elevated? It's very subtle, but trust me, it looks real good, okay? It just created this nice oomph. Now I'm going to go back with my blush brush and just blend that out together so it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the eyes and we're gonna do eyeliner, mascara, lashes, all of that. And I had to zoom y'all in. So this is an oldie but a goodie. I have not switched from using the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. It's so good, y'all. Okay, it's all I use. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this wing. You can definitely skip this step, but I like to do it, you know? And with the same liquid liner, I like to pop this over my mole, over my lip. And then I have a beauty mark, 3 of them actually on this side of my face, but there's one on my nose right here. Somewhere there. And I like to use my eyeliner to do this step. You can use a Q-tip to wipe the makeup off. Girl, I prefer to use this, okay? Eyeliner for the waterline. This is from Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Pigment Pro pencil in the shade Super Black. I can't do my makeup without eyeliner on my waterline. And this is so nice and creamy. And if you like to smudge your eyeliner, I don't, but it does come with a brush at the end here, so you can smoke it out if you'd like. You can use any mascara you want, but the one that I've been loving lately is the Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit. And I also love Fenty. Like these two, they get me right. So I'm just gonna go in with a tad bit of this on the lashes. I mean, I am gonna put on falsies, but you want your top lashes to blend. So I'm just gonna put on a light coat, but I will go crazy with the bottom lashes. Now for lashes, going in with my favorite lashes of all time. This is Lily Lashes. You guys can see. I am going to wear the style Miami. That is what I am always, always, always wearing, really and truly. Like they're not too long, they're not too short. They're just the right amount of drama for me. So that's why I just love these lashes so much. So I'm just taking these out to apply the lashes and everything. Like the lash adhesive is also from Lily Lashes. Really, really, really good. I used to use Duo, but I prefer the Lily Lashes adhesive over Duo, okay? I've been using this for over a year now, and it is so good. So I'm just applying a thin layer on the lash band, one eye at a time. And it's a clear glue, so it will dry down clear, although it is white, so you don't have to worry about that. But you guys, this is the finished look. Like the base and the eyes, everything is done. Now we gotta move on to lips, one of my favorite parts, okay? I love me a nice lip combo. Alrighty, so lip combo time. I went ahead and just removed the lip balm that I had on my lips. This lip combo is a combo that I've been rocking lately. I just love it so much. It's a nice, pretty nude pink. So we're gonna start off with 2 lip liners. You don't have to, but I'm going to, okay? To achieve what I want, you gotta use 2. So these are, well, this lip combo is like a full Anastasia Beverly Hills combo. So I have 2 lip liners from her. I have the shades Malt and Chai. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with Malt first. Should I bring y'all? You know what? Come here. Come a little closer. Lightly fill in with Chai. This is like a spicy brown type of shade. So it just gives me that perfect base before I apply the lipstick. I love it. Going in with another Anastasia Beverly Hills product. This is the Lip Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade Pink Sand. She is gorgeous. A little goes a long way. Just keep blotting. And you see how that blended? And just touch up where needed. Back with Malt to clean up. And then lip gloss, of course. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Soft Pink. Beautiful, beautiful shade. Now, this step is optional, but I'm gonna go in with One Size Coin Collector. I love this lip liner, and this is going to help define my lips just to give me that pop I need. Especially in the outer edges, but you guys, this is the final look. All right, my loves, so this brings me to the end of today's video. This is my updated makeup routine, the final look. I absolutely love it. You guys have been asking for it and it's finally here. I just wanted to make sure I gave you guys an in-depth tutorial explaining what I use, how I use it, and then, you know, list the alternatives, but I will have everything linked and listed down in the description box below. And honestly, one more thing, I am so honored when you guys let me know that you followed my routine and your makeup turns out bomb. Like, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach you guys how to do your own makeup, because not everyone can afford to hit up an MUA all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, yeah, you got to learn how to do it yourself, because what happens when, I don't know, you on vacation or you somewhere or someone cancels on you? You want to know how to do a quick little beat for yourself, and not this happening while I was changing my clothes. Like, girl. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have everything down in the description box below as always. Give this video a big thumbs up, drop your comments below, hit that subscribe button, and hit that little bell to be notified whenever I upload a video so you never miss a video. Follow me on Instagram at Tamara Renaye, TikTok at Tamara.Renaye, and keep up with me on my blog at www.tamararenaye.com. If you've made it this far, drop 3 yellow flowers. I'll have them right here on the screen. Drop that in the comment section. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. The makeup eats every single time. It eats every single time. Hey, baby. Carrie Hilson? Uh-huh.